Hello everyone and welcome to Unfiltered. My name is Matthew and in today's video we're going to talk about Heartstopper Season 4 and what's going on with it. We haven't heard anything. I've seen lots of articles kind of reiterate the same kind of message, but I thought it was interesting because with the world the way it is, I said I need a little distraction and let's talk about Heartstopper because I'm trying to be hopeful that this show is going to come back on because I'm going a little bit insane, to be honest, with everything that's going on in the world. And this show has been like a mixed bag for me. I'm addicted to it. I watch it so many times. It makes me feel hopeful about things in the way that they should be. But it seems like we have some obstacles to get there again. But us as LGBTQ individuals, or even if you're not, we have been here before and we can push through. It's nice to have stories like this to show really how it's possible to be in love and also to show what a gay couple is like without adding these additional layers where either we're dying or we're just comedic relief and we're villains. So I saw that just in regards to some news because we're not getting any updates, is I was just scrolling through and I would clicked on Heartstopper, which I've been watching quite a few times, and I saw that Netflix said one of the most rewatched shows by members, which I thought, wow, that must be good, right? So for some news. And then I saw articles come out where they're talking about the kind of viewership for each of the seasons, indicating season one had a very high viewership and stayed on the top 10 chart for a long time. I think it was maybe 4 weeks, right? Or something like that. And then they said season two, stayed on for equivalent of season one, showed a slight drop, but nothing too substantial. And then season three showed a drop and it did not stay on the top 10 for as long. It was a week shorter than the previous two seasons and has shown a 30% decline in total viewers. Now, I should say that, it's gone up as the show has gone after, its original airing in October, but still is concerning in regards to its future. Now, I've seen different articles analyze that data and really come with two different viewpoints to say, well, one, the longer that we wait for an answer, the less likely it is. And I was like, I do not accept that. And then I saw another one indicate, well, these numbers look promising and look, one article felt like a little more confident. And I feel like I'm just grabbing any grain that I have is of like good news and holding on to it and go, yes, let this go. Um, so I'm really hopeful that we get another season. Some people have commented that they felt like, these actors are already, much older than what they should be for the characters they're playing. I think that I saw one person say that, in comparison to season one, it was the best. Season two, less than season one, and then season three, they thought was they stopped watching after two episodes. And I think season three does deal with a lot harder things. But I have to say, a relationship is made up of many different aspects. You know, People call Charlie, annoying. I think that Charlie and his character is also highlighting what a loving person Nick is and how caring he is. I think that you also look at Charlie and his pain and how that can kind of create a tunnel vision where you don't actually see other individuals. For example, like I think in season three, Charlie's going through all these things, right? Which, hey, you're focused on yourself in that moment. You're like, I'm trying to deal with my own mental health and focus on that. And then, when he gets out, his friends having difficulty and, Charlie just not knowing or the other friends not feeling comfortable enough to advise him what's going on. And I take like Elle's example of like when she had that bad interview, that was unfortunate. She didn't feel comfortable sharing that with everyone. And I hope that in season four, if there is one, and in the books, that they actually get to show maybe Charlie actually being a good friend and being outreaching and being there to outreach to the other friends in their time of need, because it has been about Charlie experiencing love and Charlie being unfortunately mistreated, but Charlie hasn't been able to kind of show his caring nature outside of Nick. Um, so even when another character had expressed like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a while," Charlie was just like, "Oh, I'm just kind of down," and that's when he's going through his difficulty with his eating disorder. So I can understand the different aspects. So hopefully, season 4 will give Charlie that chance to explore the other side of him. But I have to say that I read that in order to make a show interesting, that your characters have to have some sort of flaws. Now, people are going to go, well, what's the flaw with Nick? I can recognize a flaw with Nick. And it's one that I think that I share. Nick gives so much of himself to Charlie that he doesn't know how to be himself or who he even is. You see that when he's going to college, he is stuck with worrying about Charlie and the balance of that, and a lot of weight on him. I think one of the two characters I like the most are Nick because of his empathetic side, and I love Tara as well because I feel like they're very grounded and very strong. I do like Elle as well. I like Tao because he's strong and I can tell his heart is in the right place. Sometimes a little misdirected in regard to his feelings, but I think that the two strongest characters that I gravitate towards the most that are Tara and Nick. Not to say I don't like the other characters, but I hope to do a review. Hopefully, we'll get a season 4 renewal. Even if we don't, I want to go through each of the seasons. I want to then read the book, uh, all the books, and especially the final chapter. So, fingers crossed that this gets renewed. Let me know what you think. What do you think about Netflix putting this up? That's the most rewatched show by members. And what do you think about all these articles kind of talking about the viewership? It's a little scary, is because like, is this led by Netflix trying to soften the views? Soften the news that we are not going to get renewed, or is this just momentum from the author and producer trying to get the show renewed? It's really hard to tell, but let me know your thoughts. Hit like, subscribe, and I promise I'll do more videos like this. And I also want to do other gay content as well and talk about that. So thank you, stay safe, and until next time, bye.